This is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so Future's brother, FBG Casino, was released on bond. I don't know how much the bond was, but usually you don't get released on a bond with... maybe he's not as connected as they, like... they're trying to pin him. Maybe they're just trying to pin him to this to, like, you know, make it more salacious in the news and everything. I mean... to get caught with 200 keys of fentanyl, I mean, you ain't coming out. Okay, so this is a RICO. He's been granted conditional release following the federal arrest of fentanyl trafficking. Let's see. Confirms that the judge ruled he could be released under strict conditions while the case continues. He was originally taken into custody after a major agency raid resulted in one of the largest fentanyl seizures in the region. Some people are trying to say that, you know, maybe he cooperated. Let's not put that on him right now. You know, like, let's see. Quit all the talking, unk home, nothing else to it. And then it says Amaretta. Why is she tagged in this? Omerta, whatever that is. I don't know what this is. Anyways, he's home. So, hey, hopefully he's not as linked as they say he is, you know. Then we got Daz Dillinger continues to troll Snoop Dogg that he's running off with the bag and trying to get everybody's copyright and everything for Dog Pound and get him to sign everything over so he can sell it for a big bag. He's running off with my royalties. And he's about to sell it for $1 billion. This is, hey, if I was Snoop, I would just sit, you know, explain it to him because, like, something's confusing to Daz and he's not getting it. And why have all this go on between family? Okay, then we got 50 Cent. He says Diddy's legal team mean while they're trying to take this little money. Take all his money before the victims in 80 civil cases. Oh, yeah. Because anytime his legal team is doing things for him, talking about the documentary or anything, it costs money. They're trying to rack up a bill as big as they can get it. I mean, he's already paid millions of dollars, but they're like, yo, let's milk him like a cow. Okay, that 50 ain't lying. Okay, they're milking him like a cow. Now, it's number 10. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Number 1 in the UK, Netflix, and I think it's number 1 in the US, too. It's a really good documentary. Who's Matrife? It says, Insanity. And man, number 3 is such a refresher to recover from all this baby oil booty play. So he's talking about, and then he says, watch number 3. That's my boy, Matrife Show. And he got busy. Check it out. I don't know what he's talking about. So Roger Bonds, former security of Bad Boy, he speaks out about how the footage was obtained of Diddy in the hotel room. And, you know, these guys like Ross, Khaled, Diddy, they don't like to pay. They think their celebrity makes it so they don't got to pay. Yeah, he'll break this down.
I'm getting to this. Yo, Bonds. Yo, man. Yo, how 50 get? Blah, blah, blah. Yo, Puff, take this out on that. Let me explain something to y'all. All right, whether it's NBAs, whether it's whatever. When these young boys come in, first of all, he only deal with young videographers because he want to rob them, and he know that they want the opportunity to follow Puff Daddy, P Diddy. They want that opportunity, so they get him at a low price anyway. But when you stay out so many hours a day, Puff wants a videographer with him 24 hours a day. On call.
And that's true. I've witnessed that. Diddy films everything. He's filmed everything since like 2000, before that, but like from what I've seen, 2000, what was it? 2005 or 6. I used to be in Daddy's house a lot. He had people filming him all the time, and I always wondered, like, what does he do all his tapes? Because nothing ever came out. He has probably hundreds of thousands of tapes of him. And what happens to all this? Nobody's going to go through all those tapes of boring stuff of him just in the studio talking, doing this. I mean, he films almost everything.
Whether we on a yacht, whether we on a ship, wherever we at, he wants to videotape that, right? So now,
I mean, he even videotaped his girls having sex with other men. He's just obsessed with videotape.
they come to agreement. They come to whatever the pay is going to be. But then it be so many hours on that invoice that he don't want to pay.
Exactly. Because they charge by the hour.
He gets in touch with the office. He gets in touch with the chief of staff. Yo, what is this I'm paying? What is this I'm paying? You know what you paying. You was outside all of these hours. It's 160 something hours in a week. You was
And the security charges too.
outside 140. That's the invoice he put in. So now, being if you got a contract and he don't stand to that contract, guess what happens? He could do whatever he want to do with that footage.
Facts.
So now that footage goes to the highest bidder. And 50 had to be the highest bidder to get the, this is business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't in love with you. Everybody ain't dedicated. Everybody ain't loyal to the point of stupidity. Trust me, because I'm getting.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So that's the mystery solved, and that's how Netflix obtained it legally. Because, you know, if you don't pay the invoice, it goes, you maintain the rights. That's how I have all my tapes, because people don't want to buy the raw footage. The raw footage is a different price than the end result, the DVD or the music video. If you want the raw footage, that's a whole different price. People don't want to pay that. I always tell people you should just loop it in. I'm like, yo, you want all your raw footage? I'll tack it in for another 1,000 or 2, you know, like, and they're like, nah, I don't want it. You want your raw footage because you can do other things with it, you know, but people don't want it. So then it reverts back to me. That's just how it works. Certain people, though, I have given the footage to because they helped start my career, you know. All right, so then we got Misa Hilton. So I guess she's in line to get her own show following the success of why would she get her own show off of the Netflix documentary? She didn't even really sit down and talk about anything. But she was offered an opportunity to get her own show. She was presented this offer by Alex Stapleton. That's the person of the documentary that 50 Cent teamed up with. I mean, Alex Stapleton pretty much was putting it together, and 50 Cent teamed up with her to get it to Netflix and everything else, which is very smart. So she revealed on Instagram today, she says, Misa shows that Stapleton reached out to her via text message in a series of screenshots. Her opening text reads, "Good evening, Miss Hilton. My name is Alex Stapleton, and I believe Eric Sermon might have mentioned to you that I want to reach out to you directly on a project I'm directing for Netflix." She responds, "Hi, Alex. I misunderstood Eric. I thought it was my own show. I'm doing interviews about Sean, Diddy. However, we can assume Hilton was pleased to hear that it wouldn't be the case. There's 2 separate projects, but both do involve your own show. My goal is to really lean into all that you contributed to hip-hop and Bad Boy." She has been a part of a lot of stuff. She says, "God didn't hand David a crown. He handed him Goliath." Yeah, basically that's what's going on. So, you know, I guess she has nothing else going on now, so obviously. Then we got Aubrey O'Day she was told by a third party that she had been taken advantage of in Diddy's house. Supposedly she drank something that had something in it, and she passed out, and supposedly Diddy and another man took advantage of her. This was a witness, that walked into the room and they said this happened. She doesn't remember it happening, but she's in disbelief. I would be too. I mean, jeez. Well, Ray J spiraling out of control still. He was on Boosie. He had Boosie on stream, and he was trying to pour liquor while Boosie was cooking and pour liquor and Boosie stuff. They had to kind of like restrain him and get him out of the cooking scene. Then American Express takes Ray J to court for nearly $140K on alleged credit card debt, which probably he ran up like a $50K debt and they just let it accumulate interest, and it adds up quick, Then we got Fabulous. Everybody went to Khaled's golf tournament. That's really his foundation. This is a way for him to take a bunch of money in from his foundation. From that, he can use it to help people. He can also, it's possible to pay himself out of the foundation. There's a lot of things you can do with the foundation. This is why so many rich people have foundations. But it's funny, all these people showed up for this. It's the Jordan Classic and We the Best thing. Everybody shows up for this. But if they had a foundation and they had some event going on, Khaled wouldn't show up for them. That's the funny part about this. Khaled wouldn't even show up. So I don't know why all these people bend over to do this, but everybody was there. And then the Licking had a food truck set up there. Now, this is what's kind of weird to me. He was invested in the Licking with E-Class. E-Class used to run Po' Boy. That's where Flo Rida comes from, and Briscoe, Billy Blue. So anyways, E-Class has a bunch of these in Miami area. Khaled teamed up with one of them, and I think it went defunct. Like, he just stopped promoting it. This was 7 years ago. He just stopped promoting the Licking whatsoever, which was weird. I always wonder what happened with that. Anyways, I'll have more information on all this kind of stuff as the week goes on. I appreciate you all. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to run ads, it's jordantowermedia@gmail.com. Peace.